Hello, YouTubers! The new Time Travel Jaime 88. I'm back with another Doctor Who DVD review. And yes, we're still continuing to celebrating Doctor Who's 50th anniversary. So today, I'm doing another third Doctor adventure, John Pertwee. It is Doctor Who, Frontiers in Space. This is the best Pertwee story ever. It is classic. I love this adventure. Great story. Any rate, this six-part story originally transmitted on BBC One on February 24th through March 31st, 1973. And sadly, this is Roger Delgado's last episode as the Master. The story is set in the 26th century, in the future, as the space crew cargo ship C-982 has watched something unidentified object is almost collision course as they travel through hyperspace when they see a blue box on the screen dematerialize. The TARDIS dematerialize on a ship, and the Doctor and Joe see a ship come alongside before her eyes. They're landed on a Draconian Galaxy-class battlecruiser. The pilots, Stewart and Harley, sent out a distress signal, and they found an intruders on board there. The Doctor and Joe are surrendered. Meanwhile, on Earth, the President and the Draconian ambassador, who also the Empire's son, accuse each other of attacking the other ship and violating frontiers established by treaty between the two empires. General Williams reports to the President that the mission to rescue C-982 is being prepared. Williams' hostility against the Draconian is well known. The Prince warns the President that he will see the Earth destroyed. Locked up in a holding cell, the Doctor deduces a strange sound that's a kind of sonic hypnosis device. That caused a hallucination to Hardy, and the scene he most feared as the enemy boarding party burns. Hardy gets the Doctor and Joe to use a hostage, but when the airlock door bursts open, they see the aliens called the Ogrons, which makes the second appearances. And the Doctor and then tie Joe up as they take the ship cargo and the TARDIS as they leave. The Doctor revives and releases Joe, and she tells him what the Ogrons did. However, the Ogrons are a mercenary when they last encountered working with the dialects. Meanwhile, when a rescue party arrives, Hardy and Stewart stop seeing hallucination. They accuse the Doctor and Joe of being Draconian spies. So, they got locked up again and head to Earth. General believes that the Doctor and Joe are human agents planted by the Draconian to sabotage any war efforts. So the two travelers confront the Draconian prince, but the Doctor denies working with the Draconians. The accused has been arrested for stowaways. However, as he can provide no reason why someone wants to do so, they take Doctor and Joe away, and he will get the truth out of them. In the Draconian embassy, the prince arranged to help the Joe and the Doctor escape so they can be questioned, while the two escort to the cell to be brought to the President. A Draconian squad attack. When Joe tries to get more guards, she got caught and is arrested. The Doctor believes that he has been involved plotting with William to provoke a new war. The doctor managed to escape the embassy, but he also captured by Earth troops. Once back in the cell with Joe, she hears the same sound on the C-982 outside the Ogron's raid prison. They try to break into the doctor's cell, but order him to go with them. The second escape goes no better than the first one. The doctor is recaptured again. So, they make him demand the president give him authority to strike against the Draconians. Williams placed the doctor under the mind probe, but it indicates the doctor telling the truth, refusing to believe Williams' order to increase the powers. So, the judication, who is actually arrives to be claimed from Sirius 4. He is known as the Master, the nesting the viper in Doctor's bosom. The Doctor meets Professor Dale on the moon of the peace treaty party, who shows around him. The Doctor gets Dale to trust him, including his plans to escape. Meanwhile, back on Earth, Joe recognized the Master and immediately surmised correctly that he was behind the Ogron attack. The Doctor and Joe present when the Ogron brought him the TARDIS and gives him an unslave choice of going with the Master or stay in the cell. Joe agrees to go with him to fetch the Doctor. Dale believes the Doctor's peace with the Draconian lasted many years, but is suddenly devoted into a senseless act hostilities. The Doctor's story will explain a great deal. On a lunar surface to steal the spaceship, Dale offers to take the Doctor back to Earth when he could tell the story to Dale. However, once inside the airlock, he finds an oxygen tank for the suits are empty. Cross has double-crossed them and the room is depressurizing. Meanwhile, the Master arrives and restores the room's atmosphere. The Master obtains custody of the Doctor and gets the Doctor to come along quietly by revealing he has Joe reunite with him. Has Joe reunite in a cell. The Master's ship. The Doctor worries why he's still alive. The Master explains that his ploys are very interesting. The Master set an automatic control to Ogron's homeworld under the cover to tell Joe's story of his life. The Doctor used a hidden steel wire to file through the hinge of the cell. The Doctor sneaks out, donning a spacesuit. The Doctor exits the ship and makes the way across the hall into flight deck. The Master pulls Joe into the airlock, threatening to inject it. If the Doctor do not surrender, the Doctor takes him by surprise. Docks and enters the airlock when Joe is located. As the ship arrives in Draconia, the Prince speaks to his father, asking him permission to strike first at Earth. He knows such a war could bring down both empires. The Doctor and Joe and the Master are present to the Empire. My great life is at your command. So, meanwhile, down there, the Master discovered he brought the dialects. Asked him to join with him. The Master brings Joe to the bunker on the whole ground world when he showed her the TARDIS plan to use for as bait. However, Joe's mind control is strong enough to resist, and the Master orders her to be taken away. While arrived on a planet, the Master, accompanied by several dialects who exterminate William's men before it can ever fire. The Master proposed the Doctor's plan, his hands, to allow to see the galaxy and Earth. However, the Doctor and Joe find a way to the TARDIS, but are surrounded by Ogron and the Master, who trains a blaster. The Doctor activates the hypnotics, knocks the Master's arm, making him fire shot, grazing the Doctor's head. The Master and Ogron scattered. The Doctor, barely unconscious, he asks Joe to help him take him to the TARDIS, and he's dragged over the console, and he's sending a telepathic circuitry to send a message to the Time Lords, which brings into the next episode. Great story. Alright, let's take a look. Still pictures. Audio commentaries by actor Katie Manning, producer Barry Letts, and script editor Terrence Dix. Moderated by Clayton Hickman. Perfect Scenario, Lost Frontier. The Space War, Roger Delgado the Master. Strip for Action, The Third Doctor. Photo galleries, PDF materials, and so forth. Here's Dix 1 and Dix 2. And if you're looking for this episode, check it out. Unfortunately, episode 1, this episode also used the Delaware music restored and early edited on episode 5. However, episode 1, 2, 3, and 6 has been destroyed in the original PAL videotape. In 1978, episodes 1, 2, 3, and 6 were only survived as black and white telerecordings for overseas. In the mid-80s, PAL copies has been returned to Australia. That's it for this review. Shout out goes to Melissa Rivera. Thanks for watching, and make sure to rate, comment, and subscribe. Catch you later.